did a ProPublica article. Did you hear about this one? Where kids who don't get the vitamin K shot are 81 times more likely to develop severe bleeding and
this is one of the ones I was going to cover today, actually.
Yeah.
So, I know about this one.
There are a bunch of dead babies because people are not getting vitamin K shots, which is really confusing to me because that's a supplement. I thought these people were all about supplementing with vitamins and shit.
Remember Alex Jones?
It's not a vaccine. It's not a vaccine. It's a fucking supplement. Just take a fucking supplement that saves your fucking baby's life.
Nope.
Anyway.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Andrew Zywick says the propaganda is insane. All mammals have low vitamin K at birth for a reason. I'm not going to say what that reason is, but it must be a reason. The entire medical system has lost any common sense it ever had in the last few years alone. Like, no, it's a fucking vitamin. It's not even a vaccine. If you're afraid of vaccines, fine, say no to the vaccines. I mean, not really fine. You should say yes to the vaccines. But like, if you're worried about vaccines, don't worry about the vitamin K shot. It's just a vitamin. It's a supplement. Like, my partner has to go for vitamin B shots regularly because she's vitamin B deficient. It's not a vaccine. It's just a vitamin.
These people will defend anything. Also, by the way, I did a video on the Dawkins AI thing. I don't know if you went through.
God. Yeah, I have not gone through it in detail, but he does seem to be in a certain amount of AI psychosis.
So I read through his. Not just his article. He posted his. So I didn't read his article. I read an article on him, but I read his conversation that he had set up between Claude and Claudette. Because that's what made him make that decision, was watching the two AIs go back and forth with each other. And during that video, I made the comment that I'm not surprised that he's getting far more stupid about this shit, because this is the guy who, despite being a career biologist, doesn't understand that sex is bimodal. And one of my comments was like, telling somebody who's an expert in their field that they're actually the dumb one is a pretty interesting strategy. And I'm like, yeah, because in this case, they're wrong. Like, I'm sorry, but there are times when they are incorrect or are working with old data.
Lucky I caught that before I struggled to get the bisexual hat on.
Like, at best, Dawkins is stuck using old data in regards to sex and gender. At worst, he's doing it because he's transphobic and he likes J.K. Rowling.
So the thing that gets me about the whole experts thing is, like, I have no problem quibbling with the experts, but you have to have, like, your quibbles have to be backed up by other experts. And the fact that he has a view of biological sex that is counter to the consensus of biologists and medical experts.
I am
fine disagreeing with Dawkins if that means I am in line with the expert consensus. Because, like, Dawkins is the one with the counter consensus view there. And that's actually, to spoil my comment of the day for not this coming video, but the next one, someone commented on, I mentioned that Israel is doing a genocide in Gaza. So, of course, I got someone being like, no, they're not. And they were like, oh, I can't believe you fell for the propaganda. You need to have a source for that.
What's the word you would use for trying to wipe out an entire population? Just say it slowly.
Put that aside, though. Like, he was like, oh, well, you don't have anything backing up your claim. But, like, the video he was commenting on that, like, I actually referenced, like, there was a UN commission that investigated it, and they have a very detailed report where you can read all the heinous, atrocious things that Israel has done in Gaza, and it is genocide, and that's the conclusion of the report, is that they're doing a genocide. And then there's also an independent group called the International Association of Genocide Scholars, who they have also determined that what Israel is doing is a genocide. So those were my sources for that. It's like, it wasn't me just being hyperbolic. Like, I have sources supporting my view here. But then my comment of the day for this coming one is someone was like, oh, the scholars agree, just like all the Christian scholars agree that Jesus was the Son of God. You're like, man, you're making creationist level arguments here.
Yeah.
Like, literal creationist level arguments. They're the ones that say, like, oh, well, the scholars won't let us publish in the mainstream journals. Spoonbill Adams says, I wish we had a better person with iconic quote about how unpleasant the Old Testament God is. Talk to Forrest Valkai. Go ask him for a quote. He will come up with something amusing, I'm sure.
We can.
When we were chatting with him, he discussed how unpleasant he finds cats to be, with an analogy with punting them into the sun. So I'm sure he could come up with something.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Alternatively, come up with the quote yourself. Like, hot take. There is nothing.
I also love cats, but that was a hilarious conversation.
Like, hot take. There is nothing that is so special about Forrest or anybody else that you could not have the same, or Forrest or Dawkins or anybody. There's nothing so special about any of them or any of us that you couldn't do the thing that you are ascribing to any of us yourself. Like, everybody can. So,
I mean,
think of a funny quote.
It is a neat quote. The God of the Old Testament is the most unpleasant character in all fiction.
Yeah.
Of course, that doesn't quite go so well when you pair it with the later in that same book where he says the New Testament God is even worse, and then pair that with him on the interview with the person saying that, like, I'm a cultural Christian now and Christianity is a fundamentally decent religion.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's a weird path that man is on. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to look at tweets. So next tweet, Brian Johnson says, just gave Kate oral sex. Good night, everyone. Who cares about this? This is one of those, like, okay, do you want us to, like,
do you want a
congratulate
cookie?
You? No, he already had the cookie. But it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, if your kink is sharing that with the world, as long as she's okay with that, which she's in the replies to this, she is okay with it. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
Who is Kate in this situation? I don't know who Kate is.
His girlfriend.
Okay, cool.
There's actually, you can go on Polymarket and bet on when he's going to propose to her.
Oh, okay. So just one of those. I mean, I've said similar cringy things when me and Saki got together. Like, just sometimes people do shit,
Sure. But this got really weird in his own reply to this, where he was like, he posted her vaginal microbiome report.
Wait, what the fuck?
And she's in the top 1% of all vaginas. So her sample is dominated by the single most protective bacterial species that a vagina can host.
What?
And I thought about trying to get the show more in here, because this was a long post about his girlfriend's vaginal microbiome. I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't know what my partner's vaginal microbiome is, and I don't care.
Yeah, hot take. That's weird.
It's really weird.
That shit's really weird. You're a weird person.
Like, the first post is like, okay, too much information, but if that's your kink, whatever. It's Twitter. Nobody fucking cares. But then this follow-up is just like, oh my god, come on, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable I am with, living. That's the one. That's the one. I think I'm less comfortable with living now.
Yeah, no, I want back in my home timeline.
Yeah, I definitely would like less of, whatever that is. I'll have the exact opposite of whatever he's having.
Yeah.
Lenari says, every day I learn about new freaks against my will. Like, the vaginal microbiome. What's the... What are we doing when we're doing, like, this is my girlfriend's vaginal microbiome? What the...
What we're doing is I'm going to get another beer, so entertain the guests.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm just... I would like less of the timeline I live in, please. That would be cool. Shit, fucking... So the poop vacuum guy is bragging about his oral skills. He's the poop vacuum guy? Wait, is that what he's known for? Poop vacuum? No, there's no way that any of these people can be taken seriously. No, not even a little bit. You can't convince me that any of these people can be taken seriously. I refuse. So there maybe Flex for Magic the Gathering deck? That's fine. Is whatever. Whatever. There's so many ways you can go about not being super weird about all of this. Every single bit of this. Jesus Christ. Said First Amendment rights were a mistake. The First Amendment was a mistake, actually. And I have the proof. Look at here. Without the First Amendment, I wouldn't be subjected to this. What a horrid day to have eyes. Every day we stray further from God's light. So how is he not dead? I don't know, man. I don't get it. These people confuse me. Sean Elvin says, also, I left the comment about your One Ring issue, and let's remember we only have so many spoons. And as we get older, we have fewer and fewer spoons coming back. Fair. First Amendment was a mistake. Second Amendment is... First Amendment was a mistake. Second Amendment is the solution. I would like less of what the First Amendment gave me, please.
Less free speech, if it means we don't have to hear about vaginal microbiomes, which I assume you were still talking about.
Yep, that is exactly what we were talking about. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitt, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.